Hi guys. I'm trying something a little different. Forgive me, okay? I don't have my CBD. All right. I had a little dance with the angels today. Okay. And I'm burning my sage. So I'm in a good mood. I'm celebrating. Okay. Let's take a moment with the great Nesta Marley. Hi, brothers. I love you too. Hey. Try not to let me light my sage and whatnot. You will hear. Mm, 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 mm. Hi guys. This is the butterfly. I hope everyone is doing well today. Let me make sure I'm live because sometimes I be thinking I'm live and I'm not live. Am I live? Let me see. All right. All right. Yes, I am live. I'm just coming today because I realized I haven't been on in almost a week. I mean, I did an interview on my nephew Red Pill's channel, and it was amazing. It was lethargic. You know what I'm saying? It's like he has something really special going on over there, and I want to thank him so much for just like exposing me to, well, I should say, sharing me with his followers or sharing his followers with me, and whoever resonated with me, they came and became one of my family too. And I want to just thank you for that. Well, this video, I just wanted to come out and just talk about things that we are no longer going to need in our new society. And I just think it's awesome. And one of the first things I'm thinking about that we are no longer going to need is hospitals, right? We are no longer going to need hospitals because we're getting med beds, and the med beds are going to be free. So we're not going to have to worry about health insurance. It's like so many things go along with this. And I'm like, okay, when I have to still like interact at the with the broken pieces of the third dimension society, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, you're gonna have to find another job because like you're gonna be obsolete, like a dinosaur or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now I'm going to physical therapy, because I had a fall or whatever, but basically it's like we're not gonna need you anymore because we're gonna have a med bed, and the med bed is gonna be like healing everyone. You know what I'm saying? So it's just we're not gonna need physical therapy. We're not gonna need surgeons. We're not gonna need nurses. We're just not gonna need these people. So I'm like, they really need to start thinking about what they gonna do with their life. Real talk. We're not gonna need home attendants because people gonna be healthy, living their own life. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna need landlords. We're not gonna need so many people. It's just like, and I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna say people. We're just not gonna need so many professions. So it's like people really gonna have to start thinking about what they're going to be doing with their life. What is making you valuable in the new society? You know what I'm saying? And that is just like an awesome thing to think about. Like, you're going to be obsolete, you know, especially if you're like if money is the thing that motivates you. You know what I'm saying? If only just making the most money, or like being like the best at everything, and like having a bunch of people like kiss your ass, and all of those things are your judge, you are really going to be effed up in the game. Like, and I'm just wondering, what are you going to do with yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because there is really no room for you in the fifth dimension. Like, we're really not going to need you. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about like how I'm gonna protect myself, how many weapons I'm gonna have, and this, that, and the other. You know, and I'm like, well, I don't really think I'm gonna need like to be thinking in that vein of things, to where, people are going to be attacking me, because that's like third dimensional shit right there. So like fifth dimensionally, you know what I'm saying, just like it's just like an awesome time. And I just like, people going to really have to start thinking about what they're going to do with regards to thinking outside of the box that they've been living in, because there's so many things that's gonna be happening out here. You know, so many avenues that you're gonna be able to go up. So like, I'm just so interested to see like how things are gonna manifest, you know, once the system is fully broken down. You know what I'm saying? I was watching my nephew Red Pill on this channel. I think he did an interview on another channel today. I can't quite remember what the other channel was, but I think it's into something. But he'll put it up on his channel. But the young lady said something that I thought about, basically like, we're not gonna really need to, there's certain things that we're not going to need, like, money. The things that is important, that for people today, they're not going to be important in the new society so much. You know what I'm saying? Such as like money, and going to school and being indoctrinated. Like, people are going to be able to have their own ideas. You know what I'm saying? And really flourish off of that. And that is, it's just going to be great. It's just like everything is going to be different. Even just like the idea of school, the whole structure is going to be different. It's like how we think of it today. Okay, we're going to go to class and we're all learning math today. You know what I'm saying? No, the society nor the government nor no one gets to decide what you learn. Okay, you decide what you learn. So how far along that you are in the new society is really up to you. Because that is what it's going to be about. It's going to be about people taking responsibility for their own lives, even their dreams. It's like it's crazy, but it's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I've been waiting for this this kind of world forever. And just to have it manifested in my time, man, it's crazy. Like, I've been saying, for a while. Like, once this scamdemic really first hit, I was like, this is like a great equalizer, because it was attacking the rich, it was attacking everyone. Little did I know that, being that it was attacking the rich, that was code word for, listen, I'm dirty, I'm Satanist, I'm pedophile, so listen, this is why I'm dying. you know Little did I know that it was like a real spiritual equalizer. Like, this is it. This is the moment. Like, where everyone is going to have the opportunity, to have their best life, whatever that means to you. And that is freaking awesome, because some people's best life is being able to just like sit in the park for hours, or like go to the beach every day. That would be my best life. I could go to the beach every day. I love the beach. Sometimes I act like I'm a mermaid, but that's another story. But this this new world that we are going to be creating together, this new timeline that we're on, it is simply magnificent and it is without limits. And I just want everyone to really embrace that possibility. It is without limits. You know, it's not even a possibility, it's a reality right now. It's a reality. And you know, just the sheer magnitude of that is just like, man, it's just everything a little child like me ever wished for. Hi, rabbits. I was on here. I thought I was talking to you, but girl, you know how this thing be. I had to check myself. Like, am I live? Because I don't want to. What happened to me the other day? I'm over here talking for out like, or not. Let me stop exaggerating. I was talking for like 15 good minutes. I want to say 15 good minutes. And I was not even on live. Do you hear me? You didn't really miss nothing much. I was just talking about how we're not going to need certain structures in our life. You know, we're not going to need hospitals, you know, because people are going to be well. We're getting these med beds, you know, they're going to be free. You know, I was watching something. I can't remember if it was like a galactic message or what, but it was talking about how, you know, we're actually going to have like unlimited supply of food. There's not going to be hunger, there's not going to be homelessness, there's not going to be sickness. I mean, all the things that plague us today, it's just not going to be something that we're going to have to deal with, you know. And I'm just so excited about that, you know. And I was thinking about how we're not going to need uh like physical therapy. Like right now I'm going to physical therapy, right? And I was just like, well, sometimes when I go to these places that I know that are soon are going to be totally obsolete, you know, I think to myself, like, what are you going to do with yourself? you know, you know, what are you going to do with yourself, like when you are no longer working here? I mean, I know you don't want to work here, but I mean, you do what you got to do in the third dimension. But you know, like in a society where we're going to be creating and, you know, sharing and traveling and exploring ourselves and our just like our environment, I'm just like, what are people going to do with themselves? You know, that are like just so focused on this, you know, job orientated idea of themselves, like this idea of people giving them a job or giving them a place to stay or, you know, just giving them things. You know, I mean, it's just a beautiful time where people have to really take control of their own destiny. So I'm just so excited. You're gonna, yes, that's right, rabbits. I'm gonna spend more time doing what I want to. That's why, listen, in the time in this time, like before this time, I was just worried about, okay, I have to be able to work, I have to work to take care of myself, to I gotta work more hours than I'm awake. you know, you know what I'm saying, in my personal time in order to take care of myself. And it's just like everything that has manifested through COVID, I mean, everything, even like losing family members, you know, because they don't agree with my position on supporting Trump, you know, or they don't want to hear about these awful things that these monsters have done to these children, you know what I'm saying? And just like the sheer fact that we just don't resonate with each other. You know what I'm saying? And all of these new people such as yourself that I'm coming in contact with. I feel like I'm meeting my life family, and it is a wonderful experience. I'm just everything is just going to change for the good. There's not going to be a need for certain people, even psychologists. It's not going to be a need for that. These pharmacists. It's not going to be a need for that. It's not going to be a need for like bus drivers and just freaking, you know, like I was saying, a home attendant. It's not going to be a need for that because people are going to be well. They're going to be wealthy. It's not going to be a need for welfare. I was thinking about food stamps. I was like, okay, because I had a real in depth uh talk with Brother Pearl about the food stamps, how we used to look at the food stamps in the hood. I was thinking maybe, as just like the transformation that we could just use food stamps just for buying food. Like everybody uses food stamps for food. You don't but use cash with food. You just use food stamps so that we could use our money to buy other stuff. You know what I'm saying? In phasing out these programs because we're not going to need welfare anymore either. That take you through all of this shit just so you could get a few bucks a month. You know what I'm saying? That's right. They're going to have to learn to grow garden. I was trying to grow a garden here, Travis. I had started some strawberries, some tomatoes, some carrots. No, no, not carrots. I'm sorry, some scallion, and I had a little bit of marijuana, right? Well, because of the weather here, I mean, I have a tent that I could have grown it into, but I just liked it more when I was able to like be in the window with the pouring the water, talking to the plants and everything. And it would have been such a hassle to try to move all my garden inside. Long story short, the my tomatoes died, my marijuana died, my scallion is not too bad. I'm starting some more scallion. My scallion didn't die like as much as it withered, so I started a new batch. Scallion is like they grow overnight, so that's like no biggie. But I was so proud of my strawberries, so I'm really looking for just somewhere to be that can be warm all the time so that my crops won't die. Because I went to when I went to Texas, I tried to grow some stuff, with some soil, and it's just like it's so dry that I don't think anything would grow good there. I mean, of course, I want a greenhouse. I want a greenhouse. I want a koi pond, and I want a freaking RV. That's what I've been looking at. I've been looking at RVs so that I can come and look around for places to where I want to get some land, you know, and start having like a real garden. Because my grandma used to grow things in the backyard when she moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I lived with her. She used to have like a pear tree, an orange tree. She would grow strawberries, cherry trees. You know what I'm saying? She would actually grow things. So and she would have like the most beautiful rose bushes outside. She even gave me a garden hat on top. Mind you, I live in the New York City. Yes, I'm really looking at Florida, Ravis. I really am looking at Florida. I'm willing to take. I spoke to my husband today about taking you up on your offer to come and visit you in Florida so that I want to because I want to grow stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm such a dreamer that I always set scenes for myself, right? So I always envision myself in like this beautiful garden with this little white tent because my grandma used to have this wrought iron little. It looked like a little dolly table, right? It was a table and a chair with that brown back in the garden painted white, right? So I always loved that because I used to play for hours by myself. And I always vision myself as a grown up in a garden with my own little table and chair or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I have a set for like when I'm entertaining guests. But this table here, with this little white chair and this little white table, is like where I drink my wine and then I enjoy my garden. You know what I'm saying? And if I want, I before I sit down to have my wine, I get a little basket and I just pick berries along my own fence. I mean, girl, barefoot. Like, what happened? what good, what's better? What's topping that? I'm so glad to hear that, Rabbits, because I have visited. I actually like or Florida. I visited Orlando. I visited Kissimmee. Me and my aunt, we used to stay at the Westgate Resorts, and I really liked it out there. The mini pontoons. When my daughter was young, I took her to Disney World and Sea World and Universal Studios and stuff like that. Of course, I mean I know they evil and shit now, but it just was like an experience. Just I really liked the climate out there, if you will, in Florida, and I'm really talking to my husband about visiting Florida very soon. I'm actually looking at RVs, because I love RVs ever since when I was visiting with my grandma when I had to be about 8 years old. And I was visiting with my grandma in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And at that time, you know, kids was safe to walk around their neighborhood and shit. They wasn't getting snatched left and right like that. So I was walking in this neighborhood, and mind you, this is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Rio Rancho to be exact. And when my grandmother had her family grow up and stuff like that. She moved from Jamaica to New York, and she took her children there to uh Albuquerque, New Mexico, Rio Rancho, where she raised them in a beautiful house. I really miss that place. It's really beautiful. Anyway, um I was like wandering around the neighborhood one day, and I will never forget it. Things that happen to you during your childhood, they really stick with you long into adulthood, good or bad. I really realized that. And Orlando is too busy for me these days, but always say, you're right, they are very busy. But no, I was looking at I would love to have a farm, rabbits. Look. So I started asking my friend Shan if she can help me, because I started watching like do it yourself stuff, because I love to swim and pretend that I'm a mermaid. I love to do all this crazy shit, right? I'm not gonna call it crazy. Epic. It's the way God made me. So I was started watching this stuff like koi ponds, right? And I see these people, they make their own, like, well, they have a company do it, but they can make their own like pond. It's like a swim pond with like koi, and it's got like waterfalls. It's just like, I mean, I just want it all. I want a garden. I want a pond. I want a marijuana CBD fields. Rabbits, I want it all. I want all the shit. I want all the shits, okay? And I want me a community center. I already had a name like forever. You know what I'm saying? Where I could just interact with the children, and children could just come and like express themselves, you know, and just show who they are. I don't care. Just show who they are. My only rule is you have to be nice to each other. Like, you cannot come in here and make anyone feel less than a superstar, because that's why the sky is so big, because we got so many superstars. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, forgive me, Mavis. I'm a little saucy. But it's all authentic. It's all coming from my heart. But I've been totally looking for RVs you know, because I want to just like start it off with that, like getting the RV. I want to get me some lands, and I do like Florida. I do like Florida, so and it's not too far from Texas, so that my husband could still be close to his family. Close enough to where we could jump in the RV and drive. Oh, I didn't get to my story, so I'm wandering around this Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm about 8 years old. So I'm just wandering around and I'm walking past this house and it's like about two kids playing outside in the driveway, because the houses in Albuquerque, New Mexico, they got like two-car garages, they got the front yard, they got the backyard. Like it's some neighborhoods got the cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying? Look, you say that in New York, they be like, cul de who? What she say? Well, okay, so when I first came here, I was looked at all kinds of funny. Not to mention I had a little accent and shit. And my stepbrothers and sisters used to sing the coconut song and shit, but whatever. Anyway, I'm passing past this house, and there's two white children, and I get almost two houses past them. I'm walking in the street. I'm wandering around the neighborhood and shit because I'm spending the summer with my grandma after my mom moved to New York. And they was like, "Hey, you want to play?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I went over there and played with them all day. And guess what? We played in the freaking RV. It was the RV, the smaller one that you drive in, but it has that overhead thing. We played in that thing all day like it was our clubhouse. We jumped in the mom and dad's bed. We ate hot dogs. I mean, it was just like the best time of my life. Okay, and I never ever forgot it. Those two white children was so good to me. Even their parents, and I don't remember their name, but I just remember the feeling of being with them. It never left me. Okay, and I just want to I don't know what I want to do, but I do want to send a special thank you out to them wherever they are, and I just hope they feel something special on them, like just for inviting me to play with you guys that day. It really had a great impact on me, and now I just got to have me a freaking Winnebago. I gotta have me an RV. I've been trying to talk to my husband about it. So I'm strong with the RV, and in fact, I told him today. I was like, honey, I want to go and look at all these. Yes, yes, yes. Ramperton was the clubhouse. Oh my God, they gave us hot dogs. We had juice. They didn't, and you know how you could feel like when you are around adults as a kid, and you could feel like if adults is mean or like it's something about children. They could feel something about you, right? I did not feel like this teeny tiny bit. Okay, and my fingers are freaking touching. Let me see. My fingers are touching. Okay, I didn't feel nothing of meanness of the parents. So I just want to send love and light out to them and thank you so much because they made a little chocolate child feel just normal and just like everybody else, and it was wonderful. You know what I'm saying? It was wonderful, and just to know that the world is heading that way, I'm just so freaking elated. You know what I'm saying? That we're really gonna not be looking at each other's skin. We're just really gonna be judging people on the merit and the love that they show to each other. And I'm so freaking excited. People don't even understand how excited I am, but I really am, and I'm just like, I know that the world is opening up and it's going to be time to meet so many amazing people. I knew I was going to live a long time, but did I know I was going to live like a long time in this life? Like, no, but just knowing it, I'm so freaking excited and it's going to be freaking epic. It's going to be epic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really looking forward to it. So I am looking for a RV rabbits. So I am uh try to take you up on your offer to come and see you and spend some time with you in Florida, and just like vibe, kick it, whatever, And also, I'm gonna do a video because, like, at the end of all this foolishness, I guess I would love to do it. Um, roughly like springtime, like between the apex of spring and summer. I would love to have like this huge festival called Love Fest, right? And I would just love like for all the patriots to pick a meeting point that would be comfortable and convenient for all, and for us to just be there at a certain time for like a whole week and just like plan some stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in my vision, that would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? Listen, show me all around. Listen, when I come there, I'm dependent all upon you to show me some places. Of course, I want to go a little place. I want to do a little reggae because the butterfly, she loves to do a little dance, here and there, Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. So I want to talk about love stock. I'm so serious about that. Like Woodstock, but love stock with the light workers, with all that we went through, all the trauma that we went through in our lives. We just deserve the most grand, memorable celebration. And I just want to know, like, who is on board with that. And if you're on board with that, okay, well, we need to get these ideas flowing. So like, I'm gonna do a show specifically for that. I'm gonna learn how to do a show where you guys could call in, and we could, like, you know we can like do like real like interactive stuff. Being that is growing, our platform is growing. And I don't know what direction it's going, and it's going in whatever direction the universe tells me. Right now, sometimes I get the message that I need to put certain things out there, as far as, the Great Awakening, the Q movement, the this, that. But lately the universe has just told me, listen, back off. Back off. You know the ending of the movie, you've already won, but it's just like, oh, that's what I wanted to say. It's just like what the lady that was interviewing Red Pill was saying. We already, it's like we DVR this game, right? And we know that we won because the results were public or whatever, but still we go home, and during watching the review of the game, we're getting all stressed out when we feel like we're down and out and we're about to lose and everything, even though we know we've already won even before we started watching. It's just so hard to keep that notion when you see these things playing out in front of your face. So what I've decided to do is just like disconnect from that, and just like focus on what am I going to be doing once all of these things are over. And I want to be traveling. I want to be living in some place warm. I want to be having my own garden. I want to be growing my own marijuana. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want. It's a part of my dreams. You know what I'm saying? And you know, yeah, absolutely, Travis. I wanted to talk to you about that. I wanted to talk to you about, you know, being one of my guests, because I am so much enjoying your book. I don't know when we get another chapter, but I am enjoying your book. You don't even understand, like, and I'm like, this is what we're going to get more of. You know what I'm saying? Reality. Like, that's why reality TV was so popular, because even though it was like somewhat scripted, it was more or less like real life. You know what I'm saying? So that is just That is just wonderful because I'm gonna be having a couple of guests on coming in the coming weeks. I'm gonna have two young ladies on that is gonna be speaking about their crystal jewelry line, and but I did want to speak to you about coming on and do a live with me. Like do an interview with me, Rabbit. So I'm gonna do is maybe tomorrow. Um, I could send you a link. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I'll do physical therapy tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. So maybe I could send you a link and then we could do an interview together. Yay! Yay! She loves it. She loves it. Yes, that is wonderful. But I wanted to prep you because I mean it has been in my mind today. I just know that I'm because I am ready to leave New York City. I am ready to get the hell out of here. But I know I want to be able to travel to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be someplace that I love, and a place that my husband enjoys too. You know what I'm saying? At least if he don't enjoy it, it won't be too far from Texas, so that he could we could jump in the RV and go and visit them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely on that wave. We're gonna be going to look at some RVs next week. I have a couple of things that I have to wrap up, a couple of lawsuits that have to be dealt with in New York City before I get the hell up out of here for good, because I am leaving on a night RV. Excuse me, I had an Alf moment and shit. I'm cracking my own self up. But yeah, I'm leaving. I'm definitely coming out there to Florida because I was like, babe, what you think about Florida? You know what I'm saying? Because our anniversary is coming up and then his birthday is coming up. And I was like, okay, well, I want to do a cruise, and I always do my cruises leaving from Florida, Port Canaveral and stuff like that. But I want to visit where you're at. So I just need to get my RV. So we are going RV shopping. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wait, you know, because I was like thinking of getting a house and stuff like that. But I'm like, I'm just gonna wait because I listened to another young lady on the MREC channel, and she talks a lot about how like the Sarah is gonna be affecting us. How we gonna, because right now, if you haven't done it, I would implore everybody to go to their credit account, like with the Experian credit or whatever. Go there and dispute your items. Like if you have like a school loan, like I did, 58 grand to be exact. You don't have to dispute your school loan. Your school loan is going to disappear automatically. But what you can do is you can dispute your mortgage loan. You can dispute your credit card loans. You can dispute all of that shit. Okay, and when you dispute it for the reason that you're disputing it, just put I do not recognize this account. That's it. No more explanation. Press button send. You're gonna dispute all of that shit. We are financially free. Nasera has already been enacted. But these are, like it says in the Bible, God helps those who help themselves. You know what I'm saying? So like whatever we can do, we should do. So I thought I'd throw that little tidbit out there. You in Jacksonville? Yes, I was looking at something in Jacksonville today. Like, I was looking at land out there. They got they got a lot of acreage. I was looking at one. They had like 20 acres. I was like, oh no, honey, I don't need that for now. Or do I? I do need that because like I'm not going to be living on the properties that I'm. When I have my center on. You know what I'm saying? That they could come express themselves and this, that, and the other and be safe or whatsoever. I mean, but like at this point, the whole world's going to be safe, but I'm still going to have a place where, they're going to be extra, extra safe, know, and just like have the pleasure of interacting with them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be about their choices, about the choices of these children. You know what I'm saying? What? What do you want? Rabbits, I can't. Rabbits, is we doing a reading today? Listen, another thing, I mean, once you watch this video, I would love you to please go over to Rabbit's Foreman channel. Thank you, honey. I would love you to please go over to Rabbit's Warming channel and listen to her reading of submissions. Oh my God, it's getting steamy. It's getting good. This is where we're heading for, guys. The time of when we sitting around the campfire and we listening to stories and I mean just like really connecting with each other in a real way. Like not just because you have 800 Facebook friends you think you popping and you got mad friends. You do not have any friends, boo. Okay. If you can't get one or two of them to show up at your house, you do not have any friends. Let me just be clear with you. So let's go back to the time of intimacy. I'm so glad for that to be happening. Intimacy. We're going back to that. Let me put your comments on it because they be disappearing. Yes. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I might need 20 acres, rabbits. I don't know because I want to help a lot of children. Like some of these children that they have been, saving out of these dumps. I would really love to uh be a part of their lives, show them some love. Let them know that hey, you are loved. You know what I'm saying? And hey Rosie Pie, how are you, darling? You did a great interview with the nephew. Me and Babbitt's just talking about traveling and doing the damn thing, and it's just gonna be a great time because I am just ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to explore the worlds around me, and I just been looking at these RV videos, and I'm like, and really thinking about the things that I want in my life that is really gonna make me happy. You know what I'm saying? And I know a garden is definitely one of them. It is definitely at the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? Because really learning all this shit. Oh, and making my shirts, my butters and everything. Y'all, I'm okay. I made me some butter, some CBD butter, right? Okay, let me see if I can bring my little machine into focus. All right. Okay, I done made me some CBD butter with my little machine. Let me see if I can bring it into focus here. Excuse me here. This is how it came out with honey. I don't know if y'all can still see because I'm not finna answer that call. I swear I'm gonna start doing this shit on my tablet. I swear. Oh, it is yes, Jubilee. That's right. I started the Jubilee. Listen, before I did this video rabbits, I started dancing with my angels. I was like, listen, angels, come on, we finna dance. We was dancing to Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, we about to get this vibration all the way up. You heard me? Cause it's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. It's time to do the things that we really, really need to do. You know what I'm saying? To keep us happy and to really explore our world out here and stay connected because this is a beautiful time. I have a daughter and I have three beautiful grandchildren that I know of. I say that I know of because you know I read some things about like crystal children and rainbow children and indigo children, because I was on the live the other day and I was asking whether or not, how can you know when a rainbow child is around you? Because the other live that I did, I don't know if you guys could see it, but I saw like a red aura around me when I was doing the live. It just was like it was just like flitting all around me. And I was like, well, what is that? Is that like a camera default or whatsoever? But it was not, it was in more than one lives. And in listening to Julia Treat, I want to listen, I want to know, who my angel's name is too, because even though I don't know their names, I know that they have been with me. They have protected me. They have, you know, been patient with me. The times when I was, just off the path, So I just wanted to look up what was going on with that red light. You know what I'm saying? Your, let's see. Your archangel. How do you know it, Rabbit? That's what I want to know. I want to know about the how do I know who my angel is? I know that when Julia Treat was talking about Archangel Michael the other day, you know what I'm saying? I don't know when she said his name and she said that he was present with her. I just started to tear up and I was just so emotional throughout that whole live and I just did not understand it. But I don't know how to find the name of my angels. You know what I'm saying? I know I have a feeling that I have a child around me because I wanted to ask, I asked Julia, how do you know like if a rainbow child is around you? How do you know? And I didn't get an answer, so I started looking up the rainbow children, you know what I'm saying? And I really wasn't clear on, it really didn't lead me to what I wanted to know about the children, but it did give me an inclination about the red aura I saw around me. It was basically like I was seeing my aura and in like a reddish kind of hue, which symbolizes emotional and physical strength. You know what I'm saying? And I guess when I was really getting emotional, on the live, it was really, really, it was coming through or something. But let's see, how did you do it? You got help from Rob Tara with attitude. He's helping me with identify my spirit card because I have a few. Yeah, okay, yes, no, the one thing, right? After I listened, the funny thing, right? After I listened to a message from, it was a galactic message, and it basically, told you to go out in nature and to kind of like visualize yourself in like this great hall, like you were celebrating that you were dressed up, you know what I'm saying? And basically this was like your reception kind of like, right? You were receiving your guides, your angels, your ascended masters that are working with you in your life, and you had to visualize yourself in like this great hall, you know what I'm saying? And all that you can imagine, the finery. So I imagined myself in this hall and I was wearing red and gold, like the old fashioned kind of dresses with, like the bustle and, the corset and everything like that. And three, four figures. I keep saying three, but there's three tall figures and there is a child's figure that I that was manifested inside of my mind's eye while I was outside. It was snowing heavily that day. And I remember just walking outside and I just like wanted to, I envisioned this place that I was, and at first I still can't remember what colors that they were wearing, but I know that three of them are tall and there's one that's small, like a child. world. And today, it's so funny when I was dancing, and I was like, "Come on, angels, let's dance," because I've been wanting to know their name. When I look at videos and people are so like familiar with the name of their angels, I'm just like, well, I'd like to know the name of my angels because I want to, show direct gratitude for all the guidance, all the love, just never leaving me, all the patience, the compassion that I felt, even just like the protection, in just like this dimension. It's just been magnificent. And I just want to show my appreciation directly to them. Not just, I don't just want to know their names to be able to call out to them for help. I want to be able to like address them, with respect and the reverence that I feel for just thinking about all the times in my life that they had to have been there with me. Okay. So I would just love to know my angel's name. Um that's okay, Rosie. They've been doing a lot of crazy stuff. Like when I was supposed to do the interview with the nephew earlier, it's like I was trying to get into the StreamYard. It would not let me go. So a lot of these things are like breaking down. These systems are like breaking down. So they're acting kind of wacky and they're trying to do any and everything to frustrate us. But look, guess what? I'm not playing. Fucking playing. I said, listen, I listen to the universe, you know what I'm saying, and I'm in flow right now. You know, when I was in the area to where I was trying to control everything, everything was just like being frustrating to me, and it was like stopping and starting and draining my energy. Well, right now I'm in flow, so it's like I'm not, it's not so much that I'm letting the universe guide me. I'm just like, I'm letting my inner self guide me. You know what I'm saying? And the universe is opening up to meet me where I am. You know what I'm saying? And to help my elevation. So, like, I don't look at those things as a bad thing. And I'm so glad the two of you um came to join me. I say it's awesome. And Rosie Pie, I was my father lives in California. He lives in Sacramento, California. So California is a lovely place. It's just like depending on where you are. It's like I realized they give you like family love. If you got family there, then you get that family love. But like they don't really extend that to strangers like that in my experience. You can let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm always supportive of the gathering of family, even though me and my own is really not uh we don't get along like that, which will be another show. I'm going to talk about my daughter, and I'm going to talk about my three grandchildren, you know what I'm saying? And how I miss them, how I haven't seen them for a little bit over 2 years. But well, that's another show. That's another show. That's another thing. I'm so happy about with Nasera is that with the because I'm a woman of a certain age. I've told you guys I'm 47. I've went through early menopause, and I think a lot of it is because when I was through in the dating scene, it was just like such a horrible time, and just like with the climate that I came from and then had to go through, because mind you, I came from a climate of like my grandma and my grandpa's married until they died, like for 50 years. I came from the time of, golden anniversary, silver anniversary, paper anniversary. Like you didn't just get married and say, you know what, I can't stand them anymore. I'm fucking getting a divorce. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Even if it, so it's just like with all the things that I've been through, you know what I'm saying, and even some children that I decided not to have. I'm just glad that I feel like this is a time of second chances, you know what I'm saying, if you will. And I will be so happy when I can get my womb fixed. Like, it's just because I want to have another baby. I know I talked about this dream that I had of a little chocolate boy. And because I have such an amazing husband, I just would love to experience what it's like to be in a real family, to where it's the mother, the father, the child, like all the examples of a family that I end up, that I grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? And yearning for, just like a complete family, no matter what it looks like. It just needs to feel like a complete family. And I am just so here for that. I'm just so happy that, this time that I'm alive, because it was so many times where I really wished I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I really wished I wasn't. I just like wish I wasn't even born, because it just was so effing horrible here. And it's just such an amazing time. I mean, I sometimes I still wake up and I cannot believe it. So I mean, with that being said, it's like it's not, I can't really blame the sheep that they are not waking up and that they're not really believing what the hell is going on. Cause you know what I'm saying? It's so beautiful. It's so good. It's so magnificent. It's so powerful that shit, I can hardly believe it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. And just like what a time to be alive. It's just like everything. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm sorry for the people that, the souls that decided that you just don't want to, go to the golden age, that they were just here to experience the worst of it and not, go through to the best of it. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I'm very sorry for that. I mean, like, hell, I was speaking to my father the other day, and you know, um, he's like, he's about to go and take the vaccine. No, not the vaccine. He's about to go take the flu shot. And I'm like, Dad, don't take the flu shot. You know what I'm saying? There is freaking uh poison in the flu shot. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to take that. Oh, I've been taking it for years. I've been taking it for years. This is what I do for myself. So just like in the spirit of just being tired and sick and tired of arguing with people, like, because like I said on another video, people do, they listen to who they respect. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do whatever he's gonna do. It's like nothing that I'm gonna be able to say to stop him from poisoning himself. You know what I'm saying? So like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm at the point where I really accepted that. You know what I'm saying? And that part, I'm not gonna lie, that part still makes me cry because shit, I'm just like, damn, I just couldn't save them. And I feel like I did try my hardest. I did. But I just couldn't save them. And just like that part does make me cry a little bit. But when I think of the upside of just like really getting in contact with my real life family that I've just been so lonely and damn near distraught without, I'm just like, it's a perfect trade off because, like, they choose. You know what I'm saying? And that was hard for me to accept. That was hard for me to accept that people choose, that you, even though it might grieve you, you the one grieving, not them. Even it's their fucking choice. They chose to walk into the flames and burn the fuck up. Even though you told them, even though you showed them who else walked into the flames and burned up. That's the life they chose for themselves. And no matter how much that shit hurts me, that's what they chose. So I'm like, well, there's an old saying, you know what I'm saying? If you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? And that is what helps me, along with my CBD, to kind of like manage this shit out, because it's not easy. when you trying to save some people and they don't want to be saved, because that's just the point. They don't want to be saved, and it's not your choice; it's their choice. So what we're not gonna need no more is no damn hospitals, no psychiatrists, no physical therapy, no jails, no fucking lawyers, no judge. We're not gonna need these motherfuckers. We are not gonna need these people. Okay. So I'm just wondering what the hell they gonna do with their life when everything shut down, because that's where we heading. We are heading to a new world, and they better get on board. Cause where we go one, we go all to the fifth dimension. And whoever choose to stay here, you on your fucking own. Cause us, like children, will not be incarnating into this third dimensional space again to come and show you the way out. Okay, I'm not. I'm not. Okay, I don't know about the rest of my brothers and sisters, but I'm not. Okay, right now I'm just trying to connect to all my light family so I could always keep this feeling of harmony that I feel in myself. I feel like finally, I feel like there is some place that I belong, because I never felt like I belonged nowhere with nobody, and even my own family. It's crazy. So now with this, I feel like it's going to be a world that I belong in. And I'm so fucking excited for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm so excited. You know what I'm saying? And that is all I have to say today. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me today. I promise I'm gonna do a live tomorrow. We're gonna do something. I'm gonna try to think of something fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to think of something fun that we could do. I just thought I wanted to come up here, you know what I'm saying, and just like talk, because all of you Rosie Pie, Red Pill, Rabbit Swarming, you guys have been like amazing. You know what I'm saying? You've been letting your light shine amazing, and I've been loving it. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, Rabbit has agreed to come on my show. And Rosie, you need to check out her readings of submission. It's a book that she wrote. That's another thing. Like, we have so much talent in the movement, in the light. It's gonna be just like wonderful. Like, when we really start talking about love stock seriously, and putting organizing it, it's gonna be freaking epic. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, please, all my light sisters and light brothers, my whole galactic family, and all my angels, you know, just hold the line and dance to your favorite song like nobody is watching. Because that will help us keep our vibration up. That's just me being a little bit silly. But on a serious note, I thank you so much for joining me. I thank you so much for, sharing your light with me and listening to me and spending your time with me when you can be anywhere else. Okay, this is the butterfly, and I love you all. Namaste.